Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear friends, welcome to the second lecture of Module 5 on Engineering Geology of Dams and Forces Acting on Dam. In our previous discussion, we have discussed about concept of dam, elements of dam and parameter used for classification of dam. In these lectures, we are going to elaborate about classification of dam based on material used. In these lectures, we are going to elaborate about classification of dam based on material used. In this, we are going to cover about classification based on material used, namely timber dam, masonry dam, earth dam, rockfill dam and concrete dam. Friends, as you know, the classification of dam based on material used is important because varieties of dams are constructed by using different materials such as wood, such as soil, rocks, concrete, steel, plastic, etc. But the majority of dams are made up of either concrete, either earth, either rock, rockfill or even composite type, concrete and rockfill, masonry, etc. So we are going to elaborate. You can see here this view of dam, that is the here upstream side, and here downstream. These are the side walls of valley. We recognize as abutment, we have already discussed, and this is about the ground. As far as materials used for construction of dam, we are going to divide material used for construction of dam considering the majority of dam. Timber or wood as one of important material, then masonry, then earth, then rockfill and then concrete. In addition to these, we have some of the example of dam made up of steel, made up of plastic and made up of some geosynthetic. So one by one we are going to elaborate the dam type based on material used. First we are going to discuss about timber dam, then we will elaborate about masonry dam, and then one by one. First, we have already elaborated these things: timber dam, masonry dam, concrete dam, earth dam and rockfill dam. Here we are going to elaborate about timber dam. The timber dam is made up of wooden logs or plank. In design wise, the wooden logs or planks are distributed horizontally and some wood logs utilized to provide as a support. We will discuss during other type of classification as a support to this, along with some earth material, some rubbles, some geosynthetic, some cotton, some plastic to fill the gap between the consecutive logs of wood. Therefore, we can say that this dam is made up of wooden logs or plank is known as timber dam. Any dam which is made up of wooden material is known as a timber dam, and this kind of dam are used to check the flow of water for formation of water body to localized people. This kind of dam was very popular in past. Still, villagers in many states, particularly in Orissa, are still utilizing such type of dam for localized irrigation purpose. On one hand, on another hand, as per concept, this type of dam is also utilized to check the velocity of flow for proper safety of main project. As the structure is cheap and simple, therefore at number of places in upstream side, the peoples were prefer to construct such timber dam to check the velocity or reduce the velocity of flow of water, so that main project which is belonging to another type of dam, maybe masonry dam, maybe concrete dam or other type of dam, experience less thrust. This kind of dam was popular in past, we have already discussed. So another condition, in which condition this dam is most suited? So answer is, this type of dam can be constructed anywhere, any type of terrain, in any situation. What is the major benefit? So major benefit is here two things. One is cheapest in nature, another is simple in design. What is the major drawback concerned to this type of dam? This type of dam has limited life span and require proper maintenance and time to time repairing and replacement of wooden logs and planks. Therefore, this type of dam is recommended only for localized purpose of limited extent. We have number of examples of such dam located in various type of village, various types of town, only for localized purpose. Next type of dam, we have masonry dam. In our previous discussion, we have discussed what is a masonry under the geological construction material. Is the masonry is made up of big undressed block of rocks. Now maybe dressed also, dimensional rock. So the dam made up of masonry is known as masonry dam. However, masonry is made up of undressed rock blocks, including river boulders cemented together by concrete or other suitable binders. Why we are utilizing concrete here? Concrete to bind the undressed block for development of watertight structure. So the non-porous rock selected for construction of masonry dam is a necessary requirement or mandatory requirement, because we are going to create a watertight, water retention hydraulic structure as per definition. The dam is constructed by using masonry and concrete to provide a watertight body. Here you can see watertight body has this opening spillway allow to flow of water toward the downstream side in the tailwater side. This structure is not going to allow any drop of water to move through these structures without considering this specified opening to the downstream side. The construction due to use of masonry is going to create heavy structure. Therefore, we have to discuss about the condition. In which condition this type of dam is suited? So, applies this valley should be narrow where the foundation strata should be firm in strength. So, firm rock strata is recommended for construction of this type of masonry dam. This masonry dam, here you can see one ditch here, one trench here. To if there is any possibility for entrance of water, then going to seal here to avoid no single drop is allowed to move through this. What is the benefit here? Benefit, this type of dam is long durable and simple in design. Required simple binder as concrete or any type of suitable binder. Then the life of masonry dam is more than the life of timber dam or plastic dam or even steel dam. What is the drawback? So drawback is related to weathering or deterioration caused by continuous interaction of water and rock. Because masonry is made up of rock, and we have discussed how water rock interaction is going to change the state and stability and strength of the rock. In this way, masonry dam is suitable overall for various purposes, and one of excellent example in India we have 139 meter high Swayam Dam located in AP, India. You can see here this view also taken from this source, from the net. This dam is located in some foreign country. Next type of dam is a rock fill dam. As the name indicates, this also taken from help from the website and then modified according to our need. This rock fill dam, as the name indicates, you can see here the number of filling belonging to rock and different type of rocks. Different type of rocks you can see here, you can see here, you can see here. So this type of structures we are going to make different type of cells. Cells belonging to this coarse rock fragments, then smaller rock fragments, then again smaller rock fragments, coarse rock fragments. So in this way, this is we are going to consider outer cell, and this is the inner cell, and this is the cell made up of some specialized material as a filter. Here we are going to consider this slope, particularly in upstream side, to as per the water, as per the availability of water in reservoir in upstream side. Generally, we prefer to make the slope 1:1.1, 1:1.3. The slope we generally recommend in case of rock fill dam. Another special point is here, sometimes we are going to provide some seal here, to protect this upstream side facing this outer shell, because except this region, other part is a pervious in nature, partially or semi pervious in nature, semi pervious or permeable in nature. This filter is going to filter this water and others and check the movement of the water before interaction with this core. Core is purely impervious, made up of impervious material or treated to engineered soil or clay in form of impervious material. So here in general, if you see, very simple, here we are going to construct outer shell, then inner shell, then the filter material extended up to certain extension. You can see here this ground is up to this, and we are going to establish this type of structure slightly below. Then we are going to place one impervious zone, that is known as core, then again inner shell, then outer shell. In this way we are going to make this composite type of rock fill dam. Details, we can see that the rock fill dams are constructed by using a admixture of ground swell or river deposits such as boulders, cobbles, pebbles, and crushed stone. If the cobble, pebble, boulders are not up to specification following the requirement of dam, then we are going for the crushed rock. Depending on the nature of impermeable membranes placed in the rock fill dam, because the rock fill dam consisting of major portion of dam as semi-permeable. So semi-permeable strata is unable to hold the water in upstream side and going to check completely the percolation and seepage of water from upstream side to downstream side. In view of the work related to check the flow of water, suppose here rock fill dam, major portion is a pervious in nature, then we are going to make two things. One, either going to provide one impervious zone here in upstream side, either provide impervious structure in middle of the dam as a core. So in this view we are going to see dam with concrete wall in upstream phase which make the impermeable barrier against leakage. We have discussed, here we are going to put one concrete lining in upstream to check the flow of water inside this dam, inside this outer shell, inner shell, or even central part another. Here if core is not available, then no problem. This structure is sufficient to check the flow of water. Generally this structure we are going to extend up to certain depth. So there is none of the possibility for the movement of water from this upstream to downstream. Next, dam with impervious earth or clay layers in the central part which act as the impermeable membranes. Another, as we have already discussed, here in simple way, here I try to explain. This is the rock fill dam. So this portion is filled by rock material, this portion outer in this direction filled by rock material. So this portion we are going to provide some clay, highly compacted clay, that is purely impervious in nature and extended up to certain depth. So the water coming from this side can be checked properly due to this impervious barrier. None of the water is allowed to move. The water is allowed to come up to this zone only, but none of the water is allowed to move from this point to this point, means from the upstream side to downstream side. Except the upstream impermeable concrete walls or the impermeable clay cores, the remaining parts of rock fill dam remain permeable even after compression. Any type of treatment, repair or maintenance is unable to make this outer layer, outer shell, inner shell impermeable. It is always permeable or semi-permeable. Rock fill dam is specially constructed in high seismic zone because this rock fill dam is showing resistance against the high seismic zone, and this is only dam which can survive in high seismic zone or during earthquake. We have good example of 116 meter high Salal Dam located in Jammu Kashmir. As you know, the Jammu Kashmir is an earthquake prone area or seismic hazard zone. Therefore, we have recommended and people have constructed the Salal Dam in Jammu and Kashmir as a rock fill dam, and which is competent enough to survive under any situation caused by earthquake or any type of vibration caused by some enemies fellows or border fellows, etc. What is the benefit here? Construction of the rock fill dam has developed prevalent as a large dam. This type can be built at lower cost than concrete dam and even masonry dam. The design of rock fill dam is simple and labor friendly. What is the drawback? The problem of piping and seepage are expected in case of rock fill dam. This type of rock fill dam is problematic in water saturated area or waterless area. Next type of dam, earth dam. This dam is classified on the basis of the objective network, and this earth dam is close to rock fill dam. Only change is here. This zone is made up of soil. In case of previously discussed rock type, this zone was made up of rock fill of different outer and inner layer. Similar here, this outer zone is permeable in nature and made up of homogeneous soil. However, we have two measures to check the flow of water. One, we are going to put core here made up of compacted, highly compacted clay and impervious in nature. This core we are extended here. This zone is a cutoff, we will discuss. Impervious foundation is going to hold this core, and this pervious zone made up of homogeneous soil is permeable in nature, semi-permeable in nature. The water in upstream side going to interact with this and going to harm this due to erosion and others. So therefore we are going to put one concrete lining or lining up cut stone, crushed stone, this process is recognized as riprap. Sometimes we are going to modify the slope of this dam to maintain the stability concept of this upstream under the impact of water, etc. Sometimes what happens, we are going to categorize here, going to make this structure made up of concrete and which is not going to stand. In this way we are going to categorize the earth dam in three categories. Homogeneous earth dam, we will discuss during our future discussion. Then zoned earth dam or earth dam with core and earth dam with diaphragm. The diaphragm is nothing, it is the central structure, solid structure made up of concrete, not allowed to extend up to top. However, this core is made up of clay material, highly compacted clay, and allowed to move up to top. Homogeneous without any core and others. Earth dam are made up of soil and mild slope, side slope. The accessibility of sufficient quantity of pervious and semi-pervious type of homogeneous soil is required for construction of earth dam. In which condition this earth dam is recommended? These are suitably constructed in broad valley to save the money and manpower. This project is also labor friendly. In broad valley, if we are going to construct concrete dam or masonry dam or any type of dams, the huge material is required which of high cost. So earth dam is suitable, and this type of masonry dam or concrete require a good foundation. So in this way earth dam is going to save the money. What is the benefit? Simple design, cheaper than concrete and masonry dam. And what is the drawback? Problems of seepage, erosion, piping, etc. expected frequently in this type of dam. Good example is the Banasur Sagar dam, is an example of earth dam located in the Kalpeta, Wayanad district in South India. Next type of dam is a concrete dam. Concrete dam is a very popular dam, and variety of dam in India is constructed by concrete. Concrete is suitable to provide heavy structure, and this type of dam is considered as engineered structure, and it is made up of concrete. And we have one excellent example, 2 to 5.5 meter high Bhakhra Dam located in Punjab. It is one of the highest concrete dam in the world as per website information. The concrete dam we have already discussed. Beside this we have steel dam, and one example is the Asphalt Brain Bridge steel dam. This is the first large steel dam in the world built in the United States. Another is a plastic dam. India had tested this plastic dam, first plastic dam of the world constructed in the Shingli, Maharashtra in India. And the timber dam, we have some example, Red Ridge Timber Creek Dam in USA. Friends, we have elaborated all type of dam based on material used. This concept we have taken from Engineering Geology book written by Gangopadhyay, yes, published by Oxford University Press, then partially supported by the material taken from Engineering Geology written by Well, published in 2007 as second edition. Then partial support from the textbook of Engineering Geology written by Kashabulu, and partial support from the Fundamentals of Engineering Geology written by Waltham. Friends, today we have discussed about concept related to construction, condition, benefit and drawback related to timber dam, related to masonry dam, related to rockfill dam, earth dam and concrete dam. Dear friends, in this class we have discussed about elements related to dams, particularly different type of dam based on material used. We have discussed about timber dam, masonry dam, rockfill dam, earth dam, concrete dam, and in addition to this, steel dam, plastic dam and other type of dams. Thank you very much.